Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I hope this video finds you well, and today I want to take a moment of your time to talk a little bit about the newest release from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier, and this one is called Le Male Popeye Eau Fraiche, or some people just call it Le Male Eau Fraiche, but it does have a picture of Popeye on the bottle. Now before I get into talking about what I think about the fragrance, I just want to urge my viewers at home, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This way, when I do upload new videos and giveaways, you will get it delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about looking anything up or missing any content. So let's go ahead and get into the review. It's a pretty cool looking bottle. We've seen a lot of these limited editions, and this one does smell different from the original Le Male, so don't be fooled in thinking that it's going to be just another limited edition that has the same exact smell as the original. No, this smells vastly different. So this one came out in 2016, and it is a summer edition. They're actually coming out with a parfum version a little bit later on this year, so if you want something a little heavier, I would hold off until that one comes out. But this one is actually the counterpart to the Classique version, which has Betty Boop on it. Now, the perfumer for this one is Natalie Graciaceto, and to my surprise, it's not Francis Kurkdjian. Francis Kurkdjian has done a lot of the flankers. He has done Le Beau Male, he has done Ultra Male, he has done some other versions, Fleur du Mal, which is in the white bottle, but they chose a different perfumer to work on this one, as well as a different perfumer, I think it's Quentin Biche, to work on the parfum version, which is coming out later this year. So I don't know why, but nonetheless, I think that this perfumer did a wonderful job of reinterpreting the original Le Male into a sort of fresh summer scent, and as the name would imply, Eau Fraiche, it translates to fresh water. So I'm excited to tell you guys what I think about this scent. The perfumer has done a lot of really other wonderful scents. I know she's done Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford, which is a really nice summer scent using notes of ambroxan, amber, and coconut. And this fragrance is classified as an aromatic fougere. Let's start things off by taking a look at the presentation. So the fragrance comes in this cylindrical tin, very sturdy. It kind of resembles the cans of spinach that Popeye might eat, but the original also came in this can, and it's about 20 years old, so this isn't anything new. We see Popeye here on the front wearing the Jean-Paul Gaultier t-shirt, and a little thing at the top to hold the sprayer in place, and the very bottom actually has Jean-Paul Gaultier engraved into it, and this is where the bottom of the bottle rests, and then you close it up just like this, and you can kind of use it for transportation. I do fear though that it might get a little bit dinged up. Here's the bottle, looks just like the cylindrical tin in which it comes, and then you have a picture of Popeye here. It's actually put on there very nicely. You have this grenade pin here at the top. You pull it out just like that. The distribution on Le Male bottles is excellent. If you've never used one before, it sprays out a lot of juice, and you can control how much you want to spray. So you can spray a little bit or a lot. On the bottom here is where you have your information, and that was pretty much the presentation for Le Male Popeye Eau Fraiche by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now, the first thing you're going to notice when you spray this on is that it has this sort of bubblegum sweetness. And it's a really appealing sweetness, something akin to Le Male, the original, something akin to 1 Million by Paco Rabanne, even similar to Invictus by Paco Rabanne. So it has that bubblegum sort of vanilla tonka bean sweetness in the opening, and because vanilla is a note that's also in the original Le Male, I thought that the DNA of the original Le Male was very well present in this one. The more and more that I smelled it, the more I realized that this doesn't smell very similar to the original Le Male. And of course, Le Male is a fragrance that's been out now for 20 plus years, and it has a very iconic smell, and we've seen it being knocked off and replicated and imitated by a lot of other fragrances like Cuba Gold and Ancestry by Amway Global. I mean, it's a winning composition by Francis Kurkdjian. I've had the pleasure of meeting him, and he and I have even spoken a little bit about Le Male and its success, and he's very proud of it as a fragrance. But this one, it doesn't smell similar to it, and initially I thought, you know what, maybe it wasn't Francis Kurkdjian that worked on this, and then when I went online and I checked it out on Fragrantica, that it was actually someone else that validated my suspicion. Anyways, what does this smell like? It opens up with a sweetness, right? It has a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of tonka bean or coumarin, and then it dries down to this clean, aquatic, slightly salty feel. It's something called the sclarine molecule. I might be mispronouncing that name, but it contains ambroxan, and it has a woodsy nuance to it, and it smells fresh, it smells clean, a little staticky, and ambroxan is the synthetic counterpart to ambergris, which is a very regal, aquatic, sea salt smelling ingredient that's super expensive, so it's good that they do have a synthetic counterpart. But for me, instead of smelling aquatic like Invictus Aqua, right, which is fresh, but it's also sweet, this one, it smells more like cotton to me. I know that sounds a little bit unusual, and it's not entirely unusual because there are some fragrances out there that have cotton in them. I'm thinking of Sea Island Cotton by Bath & Body Works, which is another one that I own, and it's pretty cool. But yes, it does seem like it's freshened up in the mid a little bit because of the use of the like a cotton note or accord. I know it sounds really weird, but this is something that you guys ought to check out. Now, it does have some similarities with the original. I'm not saying that the DNA of the original is completely stripped out of this, because it still has vanilla, it still has mint, still has some woods in the base that the original also contains. I know for a fact this one has sandalwood in it, and it also has some herbs in there like clary sage. Now, they don't make this too herbal, too spicy, or too herbaceous. It's more so about the sweet and the fresh. All right, it's a combination of sweet and fresh. That's the best way to put it. So what does that leave you with? What are the best times to wear this? You can wear this all the time. I bought the 4.2 ounce for about $80-something from Macy's. I'm sure that in a few months it'll be discounted online. And this is a limited edition release, so if you are interested in these types of scents like Invictus Aqua by Paco Rabanne, see if you can get your hands on it. I think it's going to be a highly complimented scent. It's a great scent to wear casually. You can even pull this off in a shirt and tie as long as you're wearing it in the summer, because the performance wasn't that great on me. I haven't tested this one out in the winter because winter's not here yet, but I'm sure that it's not going to do well in the winter because it didn't do so hot in the summer either. So guys, let's finish things off by taking a look at the rating. First up, I took a look at the uniqueness and the overall smell, and while this is a very pleasant scent, it's not that unique. It sort of falls in line with a lot of what we're seeing recently on the market. I know Azzaro Wanted is a fragrance that seems to smell a little bit like tonka bean, and like Invictus by Paco Rabanne. This one has that same sort of fresh bubblegum feel. I know the new Diesel scent, Diesel Bad, is also set to smell a lot like tonka bean and whatnot. So while it might not be a unique scent, it's certainly a pleasant scent, and I do think that it will garner you a lot of compliments. As far as longevity goes, it's not that great. It is an eau de toilette concentration, so I was expecting 4 to 6 hours, and I got about 4 hours from this one. So it could be a lot better. I mean, I know it's fresh, I know it has aldehydes, I know it has citrus, I know it's a summer scent, and a lot of the notes contained therein are more volatile, so you can't expect it to last that long, but I was pretty bummed out with 4 hours. Projection was really good for the first hour and a half to 2 hours. I know I wore it, and then my wife came home from getting her nails done, and she goes, I don't know what you're smelling, but it smells good. And she and I actually did a first impression of this fragrance. If you'd like to check that out, I'm going to leave a link down below. But the projection is really good. It's just that it does sit very close to the skin because it has fewer base notes than it does top notes. Even though the note breakdown online might indicate otherwise, you'll see that it's much stronger in the opening than it is in the base. Versatility on this one is great because it's a great smelling scent. You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it dressed up, dressed down, but I do think it's reserved for the summer months. And as far as presentation goes, it's a pretty cool presentation. I can see why they picked Popeye. He's a sailor man. He eats cans of spinach. This comes in a can. The model for the advertisement is also dressed in sailor garb. So I think it's pretty fitting and appropriate. And if I were to give this fragrance an overall score, I would give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It's not a favorite fragrance of mine. I do plan on wearing it a lot when I'm going on vacation this summer. I'm going to be going on a couple of cruises. So I'm hoping to commemorate some occasions and some memories, creating some memories using this scent. But like I said, it's a great scent. It's a pleasant scent. It's just not something groundbreaking or exhilarating. But it's going to get the job done, and it is going to get you a lot of compliments, and the ladies are going to like it. So if that's what you're in it for, then, you know, look no further. This scent is going to do wonders for you. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate the support. That was my review of Le Male Popeye Eau Fraiche by Jean-Paul Gaultier. If you own or have tried this scent, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe for future videos, top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and a lot of other fragrance-related content. So please remember that I smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.